Hello, this is Temperance from Comma Crazy Studios. I am going to show you today how I make soft foam head molds. People have been asking me since I did my foam to finish tutorial where I got my head base from. Well, I make them myself out of a soft expanding foam. Then I just carve out the insides, add some additional foam and fur. This makes it a lot easier if I'm doing multiple heads at a time. So how did I make it in the first place? Well, first I started with a sculpt. This is a mix of everything. You can see it's got a wire mesh base inside that I used to shape. And then the exterior I sculpted with celluclay and a little bit of plasticine. So once I sculpted the head that I liked and the shape that I liked and could easily reproduce it, I cast it in silicone, and this is I use for any of my foam bases. This one is the wolf. I've got a few others for large cats and bears, a couple for dinosaurs, cows and ponies. So how do I go from this to this? I use a product called Flex Foam-It. There are many different brands. This is from Smooth On. The stuff I use is Flex Foam-It 3. Every different type of this Flex Foam-It product opens to different sizes. The Flex Foam-It 3 expands 18 times the regular size, or the original amount. So if you pour 1 fluid ounce, it will expand 15 times. 15 times. So if I mix 1 fluid ounce, I will end up with a 15 fluid ounce expanding foam. It's really quite simple. It is a 1:2 ratio, so 1 part of this plus 2 parts of this mixed together, fill into a mold, and you're good to go. So let me show you how I do it. Okay, so first things first, if you're going to be doing any kind of chemical work, you need to be wearing a respirator. Crappy clothes you don't care about because this stuff is pretty nasty. Once it sticks to your clothes, it's there forever. And gloves. You want to make sure you always use proper safety. If you don't, it's not my fault if you ruin all your clothes and kill yourself with all the toxic chemicals. So, in order to make it easier to remove the mold, you want to have some kind of mold release. Lots of things work. You can Vaseline, coconut oil. This is Smooth On's Universal Mold Release, so it's good for any silicone-based molds. Give a spray in there and we'll let that settle. Alright, and as I mentioned, this expands 15 times, so I don't need to use a ton to fill this. I do believe the wolf mold is 5 fluid ounces. And 2.5 fluid ounces. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to let you watch as I mix because it is quite cool. You want to try and get everything out of the cup, scrape the sides. Alright, now let's mix this up. The information sheet inside will tell you how long your pot life is, how long you need to mix it for. some expand fast and some expand slow. You can see even as I'm mixing it, it's starting to actually expand a little and react. Okay, and once it's mixed to the point you want to mix it to, let's set up our head and pour. So I try to pour inside the nose and then all around the edges just to make sure it expands fully. You can see as I'm pouring it, it's already starting to foam right up. And this stuff is sticky. If you get it on you, it will be on you forever. So like I reiterated, make sure you use crappy clothes you don't care about or you will regret it. Alright, and you can see it is already expanding quite rapidly. So now we just wait. Well, you don't want to explode over. You don't want to touch it until it is finished rising. So, if you do, it'll sometimes collapse on you like a cake falling. I've used too much. No. If you do use too much, you can sometimes save it by scraping bits off the edge. Okay. And we'll just let that sit for now. Okay, so now we've waited for a while. It is time to take the head out of the mold and see how it looks. And there you go. We have a wolf head shape that I can cut and carve and add foam to and fur to and make it to a fursuit head. And now you know.